Let's continue our discussion on logical operators in propositional logic, and in this particular presentation we are going to talk about the exclusive OR operator. Consider the following statement. In order to get a job in this multinational company, experience with C++ or Java is mandatory. Now let's try to understand what does this statement really mean. If you have an experience with C++, then of course you are eligible for the job. If you have experience with Java, then also you are eligible for the job. But if you have experience with both C++ as well as Java, then also you are eligible for the job. This is what this statement really means. In order to get a job in this multinational company, experience with C++ or Java is mandatory. Please note down here OR. Here OR simply means that if you have experience with C++, then you are eligible for the job. If you have experience with Java, then also you are eligible for the job. If you have experience with both C++ as well as Java, then also you are eligible for the job, right? Here it is not the case that if you have experience with C++ as well as Java, then you are not eligible to get a job in this multinational company. Isn't that so? Therefore, we can say that here this particular OR operator simply means inclusive OR operator, right? Inclusive OR is also called as disjunction operator, which we already learned in the previous lecture. Let's say this particular proposition, experience with C++ is P and experience with Java is Q. Then inclusive OR simply means that the whole compound proposition will get satisfied when either P will get satisfied or Q will get satisfied or both of them get satisfied. If both of them are satisfied, then also the whole compound proposition will get satisfied. Okay? Now let's consider one more example. When you buy a car from XYZ company, you get $2,500 cash back or accessories worth $2,500. Now what does this statement mean? You will either get a cashback of $2,500 or you may get accessories worth $2,500, right? You may get cashback or you may get accessories. But let me ask you one question. Is it possible to get both cashback as well as accessories? You may not get both cashback as well as accessories according to this particular statement. What does this statement really mean? When you buy a car, you get $2,500 cashback or accessories worth $2,500. It is not the case that you will get $2,500 cashback as well as accessories worth $2,500, right? Here this particular OR operator simply means exclusive OR operator. In short, we can write exclusive OR as XOR. Let's say this particular proposition is P and this particular proposition is Q. Exclusive OR simply means that this whole compound proposition will get satisfied when either P will get satisfied or Q will get satisfied, but both cannot be satisfied at the same time. Okay? This is what exclusive OR really mean. Exclusive OR excludes the both possibility. Okay? Now let's consider the definition of exclusive OR operator. Let P and Q be two propositions. Exclusive OR of P and Q denoted by P XOR Q, this is the symbol we are going to use for XOR operator, is a proposition that simply means exactly one of P and Q will be true, but both cannot be true. Okay, so here is the truth table for exclusive OR operator. When both P and Q are true, then the result of compound proposition P exclusive OR Q will be false. And when either P is true or Q is true, then only the compound proposition P XOR Q would be true. Okay? Now it's time for the homework problem. For each of the following sentences, determine whether inclusive or exclusive OR is intended. Please note down, in each of the following sentences, only OR operator is given. It is not explicitly mentioned whether it means inclusive or exclusive OR. By looking into the sentence, we need to identify whether it means inclusive or exclusive OR. Coffee or tea comes with dinner. You can pay using US dollars or euros. Dinner for two includes 2 items from column A or 3 items from column B. A password must have at least 3 digits or be at least 8 characters long. To take discrete mathematics, you must have taken calculus or a course in computer science. You can always post your answers in the comments section below. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this lecture.